And now for our next news special report.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a republic where the truth is often shrouded in a veil of political discord, a recent Washington Post ABC poll acts as a lightning rod, revealing a potential shift in the American political landscape. And they are panicking. As whispers of the 2024 presidential race swirl amidst the autumn breeze, a singular question echoes through the heartland. Could we witness the reemergence of former President Donald Trump on the grand stage, back in the Oval Office? Well, the numbers depict a tale that seem to defy the conventional narrative put forth by the mainstream media. The nation's pulse appears to be beating to a rhythm of change, or perhaps a rhythm of return. As we delve deeper into this narrative tonight, you might discover inklings of a resurgent conservative wave. In the world of numbers and shifting allegiances, nothing is quite as it seems. Stay with us for a special report that unveils the unspoken undertones of America's political saga and why this matters as we approach the precipice of 2024. In the political landscape of America, it's undeniably experiencing tremors of change as citizens contemplate the road ahead. The recent Washington Post ABC poll ignites a beacon of hope among many as it unveiled a formidable lead for former President Trump over Biden in a hypothetical 2024 face-off. Trump leads Biden 52-42 in a hypothetical general election matchup. That's according to the poll conducted by the Post. The poll originally showed Trump leading Biden by 9 points. However, pollsters identified an apparent mistake, and Trump's lead grew to 10 points. Trump himself noted this on Truth Social. He wrote in a post that the WAPO has just increased my polling lead over crooked Joe Biden to 10 points from 9. Well, at least they admitted their mistake. This could be the beginning of a giant comeback for what has become known as the lamestream media. Would also be a big day in America. However, Trump's remarkable lead has left the Washington Post second-guessing its own findings, labeling the results as an outlier. The term outlier may be the paper's gentle way of digesting a truth that's really hard for them to swallow, the resurgence of Trump's approval among Americans. Meanwhile, here's more results from the same poll, according to an ABC News broadcast on Sunday. Watch.
Yeah, Martha, these numbers are simply staggering for the sitting president. 44% of people in this poll say they are not as well off as they were at the start of the Biden administration 2.5 years ago. Those are the worst numbers that we've seen in our ABC News Washington Post polling. It's a question we've been asking going back to the Reagan administration. And when you dive into the big questions around the economy, we know President Biden has been out there trying to make the case. Unemployment is low. He's been talking about how inflation has been easing, but people aren't buying it. You covered some of the reasons why. Gas prices, food prices, grocery prices, and the like. Right now, on the big picture on the economy, 74% of the country, that's about 3/4 of Americans, who say the economy is either not so good or downright poor.
And it's not just the state of the nation or the policies that are giving people pause on President Biden. It seems to be the man himself.
Yeah, Martha, let's talk about age, because we know for sure that the country certainly is. President Biden would be 82 years old on Inauguration Day 2025. That's how old he is. He's not getting any younger. And, of course, perceptions around his ability to perform in the job are not getting any better. Right now, 3/4 of Americans, 74%, say that he is too old to effectively serve in a second term.
Can you imagine the conversations they must be having in those press rooms? Absolutely panicking over these numbers. This is their own poll that they have to present. I love it. I love it.
That compares to about 50% who say the same around Donald Trump. And it's not just Republicans or independents who are skeptical over Joe Biden. This is a question we asked. Should Biden be at the top of the ticket? 62% of Democrats and Democrat-leaning independents said they think that someone else should be the presidential nominee, although the party is deeply split on who that someone else should be. And Martha, maybe the most startling number in our poll is this, the hypothetical matchup, a rematch of Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. Our poll with the Washington Post pegging this at 51% for Donald Trump over Joe Biden. That is a 9-point edge. Now, that's only a couple of points difference from our last poll in May.
Only a couple of points difference, just a couple of points. No, it's a pretty big number, buddy.
But it is significantly different than most recent polls. It is an outlier compared to other polls we've seen recently. Our partners at 538 put together an analysis for us. They find an average of recent polls having this more in the 1 or 2 point range with Joe Biden typically having the edge. But whether you believe that or not, look, there's a good chance that there's people just trying to send a message in the polling right now, given the other frustration we've seen. We know in this poll there's some quirks, some oddities around the number of black voters and Hispanic voters, the younger voters who seem to be supporting Donald Trump. And get this, because it's pretty hard to believe, but we asked people whether Donald Trump should be constitutionally disqualified for running for office. And among people who said yes, 1 in 5, about 18%, say they'd vote for Trump anyway. So that might just be sending a message that's more anti-Biden than it is pro-Trump. But regardless, the weaknesses that we are seeing for Joe Biden and his approval rating across the board are very real. They are alarming to Democrats, even if no one thinks this is ultimately going to be a 9-point race.
Alarming to Democrats. Alarming to the media mockingbirds over here. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. Having them, watching these guys have to report these polls. You know, as we dissect this narrative, it is imperative to reflect on the present-day reality under the Biden administration. Escalating inflation, a precarious job market, and the southern border crisis are but a few of the daunting challenges faced by everyday Americans. The leadership of President Biden, often marred by his indecisiveness and lack of transparency, particularly concerning the serious indictment charges faced by Hunter Biden, has left many yearning for a stronger and more decisive leadership. President Biden's avoidance of questions regarding Hunter's indictment isn't merely an act of evasion, it's a reflection of a leadership that chooses silence over transparency and avoidance over accountability. In the midst of political climate filled with uncertainty, taking charge of your financial future is absolutely crucial. Noble Gold Investments stands as a beacon of trust in such times. Hear from satisfied customers, no pressure sales, just honest guidance. And Noble Gold is offering one of these bad boys. It's a free 5-ounce silver America the Beautiful bullion coin only for qualified accounts. It's embodying the robust spirit of our great republic. Secure your financial future right now by calling Noble Gold Investments at 877-646-5347 or just tap the link down below, nextnewsgold.com. It is more than a financial decision. It is a step towards stability in a turbulent political landscape. Trust Noble Gold because I do. Now, reverting to the political odyssey, the substantial lead of Trump in the polls isn't an arbitrary number. It's a vocal outcry for leadership that's forthright, decisive, and accountable. A leadership that addresses the heart of issues head-on rather than skirting around them. It's evident that the woes of America under the Biden administration have ignited a longing for a tried and tested leadership. A leadership that under former President Trump witnessed historic tax cuts, a stronger economy, and an assertive stance on international platforms. Trump's prospective return isn't merely a political rivalry, it's seen as a beacon of hope to steer America out of the abyss of escalating crisis under Biden. Moreover, the dissatisfaction festering among Democrats towards Biden signals a looming identity crisis within the party. We've been covering it here. Video after video. They are in panic mode. They don't know what to do. They see Biden falling around. He can't finish sentences. He doesn't know what part of the stage to even walk off. Bumping into flags and fumbling with earpieces. The guy is an absolute mess. And it's all happening out in public. God knows what's happening behind closed doors. And that's why the Democrat Party's in panic mode. The Democrat dissatisfaction isn't just a chink in the armor, it's a glaring crack threatening to disintegrate the very core of their party unity. The most popular choice, someone else, reflects a disillusionment so profound it resonates with the collective yearning for a shift, a break from the status quo that is failing them. As we inch closer to 2024, the disparity between Trump's rising popularity and the diminishing confidence in Biden narrates a tale of contrasting leadership styles, if you can even call anything Biden does leadership. It embodies a stark choice before the American populace, a choice between embracing a proven leadership that prioritizes American interests or continuing down a path marred by evasion, indecision, and a crumbling party. The resounding lead of Trump isn't just a statistical number or an outlier. It's a reflection of a nation's plea for robust, transparent, and decisive leadership to navigate these turbulent times. The essence of this political duel transcends beyond party loyalties. It's a clarion call for saving the very ethos of our great republic. The unfolding political drama is more than a contest of numbers. It's a narrative of contrasting visions, each bearing profound implications for America's future. Each revelation, each statistic, each response, or lack thereof, sketches the blueprint of what 2024 might entail. The American people are watching, evaluating, and yearning for a leadership that stands unyielding against a tide of challenges, a leadership that resonates with the core values of transparency, accountability, and unyielding resolve that once made America a beacon of hope and assurance in a turbulent world. As we contemplate the horizon of American politics, the recent Washington Post ABC poll encapsulates a hopeful narrative for a resurgent, stronger America. And the numbers don't lie. And the language that the media presents to you, it just shows how nervous they are. The promising lead of President Trump over Biden reflects a collective aspiration for a bold, decisive, and transparent leadership. Our great republic thrives on the principles of accountability, transparency, and the indomitable spirit of the American people that seeks truth and justice. And the evasion observed in Biden's demeanor concerning crucial matters like Hunter and the indictment starkly contrasts the forthright and assertive persona of President Trump. And it's not just about a political rivalry. It's about safeguarding the fundamental ethos that has held our nation steadfast through the annals of history. As we navigate these turbulent waters of present-day political discourse, the beacon of a robust leadership could very well be our guiding light towards a prosperous, united, and secure America. The prospect of a Trump return carries with it the hopes of millions who yearn for a restoration of American pride, economic stability, and a transparent and real discourse between the leadership and the people. America stands at a crossroads, with each path leading towards a distinct future. One path meanders through the murky waters of evasion and indecisiveness, navigating Air Force One stairs, while the other promises a journey of clear-cut decisions, straightforward dialogue, and an unwavering resolve to put America first. As the political saga unfolds, each day draws us near to a monumental decision in 2024. It's not merely a choice between two individuals, but a choice between two vastly different visions for our republic. The rising tide of support for President Trump is an echo of the American spirit crying out, resilient and hopeful for a leadership that resonates with the core principles that define our great nation. Our resolve as a nation will be tested, and it is. But with a clear vision, steadfast leadership, America is more than capable of emerging stronger, united, and with a renewed sense of purpose. The narrative of a Trump comeback is not just a political hypothesis. It's a potential reality, laden with the promise of restoring the American dream and ensuring a prosperous future for all citizens of our great nation.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.